Hey there, it's Cassandra, the financial literacy and wealth coach for dancers. And in this video, I am going to talk about the top 3 things that you as dancers must avoid if you don't want to end up broke or left behind once we overcome this current crisis. Now, first of all, wherever you are in the world, I really pray and hope that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. Now, I made myself a coffee because I'm gonna have a coffee with you right now because we need to have a heart-to-heart. So let's dive right into point number 1. Don't copy and be innovative. Because don't you think for a second that the world is just gonna go back to what it was and we're just gonna do the regular things we used to do and we go back to the world as we've known it, because the world has changed. Something has changed in this world, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, okay? Of course, certain things are going to be back to normal, and once the media stops reporting about coronavirus and all that, then the hype is going to be over and we're just going to live our normal lives again. But it can also be that we'll change the way we communicate, the way we use technology and social media in our day-to-day life and businesses, okay? And I want you to be prepared for that. So if you're someone who's sitting at home and just waiting for this whole madness to be over, you're not hopping on the online boat, then you might be missing out on something. So think again and try to see where all of this is leading, and be innovative and try to use the online space for your benefit, and especially to create new ways of income for you as dancer. Now, this leads me to a very important point. Now, we've seen all these classes being taught online, and I love it, and I personally, I'm a fan of it. I'm thrilled that dancers are finally opening up to teaching their classes online, but there's just one very crucial thing missing here, okay? And that is that you're not charging for your classes, or you're just charging a very little fee, or you're on a pay what you can basis. And I'm going to talk more about that in point number 2 and 3, but for now I just want to leave you with a thought that I host events regularly here in Zurich, and I teach dancers about business and marketing and mindset and financial literacy. And last month I've been teaching my clients about the possibility of live streaming your classes and workshops. Okay, I always live stream my workshops. So when I host an event, you can always be sure that I'm live streaming them as well, because I've got clients all over the world who tune in and they pay me if they watch my online broadcasts. And that's the big difference. Live streaming can be a way of making more money for you as a dancer. Just imagine all the people who are tuning in and watching you and learning from you and getting all the things that you're teaching them online. Just imagine how much you could make if each one of them would charge you your normal rate. Okay, if you teach at a dance studio and you've got 20 students max, or 25 in one class, just imagine if you're all of a sudden teaching 100 or 1,000 students more, and all of them have actually paid the same rate or a discounted rate. And mind you, my event was only 5 weeks ago, and back then the coronavirus did not reach Europe yet. It was only in Asia and Hong Kong and the major Asian cities and countries. So we didn't see this coming yet really, but I was already talking about live streaming your classes, and one of my clients gave feedback to me. She said, hey, this is actually really cool. I never thought of live streaming my classes. This is actually a really good idea, but I think that the dance world wouldn't really be open yet for that idea, so I'm not sure if this would actually work. Those were her words 5 weeks ago. And where are we today? It's just mind-blowing, and I'm so thrilled. I'm really thrilled that this door has finally opened up for dancers to realize the impact and the influence we can have globally and reach our international students all over the world. If you decide to teach your classes for free, just make sure that you're not just doing it because everyone else is, or because it's the hype right now, and if you don't do it, you're being left out and all that. Don't just follow. Rather, ask yourself why you're teaching your classes for free. Is it because you want to get publicity? Is it because you want to introduce a paid program or a paid course after your free class? And how much do you want to give for free? Always ask yourself, how many classes am I willing to give for free? Sometimes it can also make sense to just teach a mini course or just give a little teaser out and then point your people to your paid classes, okay? This is actually possible these days, and I've been doing it for quite a while now. I've actually created a course to teach you the blueprint that I use to stream my workshops and get paid. If you want to have more information on that, I will talk about this later on because I have a very, very special offer to make for you, so stay until the end. Let me remind you that you've got bills to pay too. Point number 2 comes in. Don't think that every dancer is broke, because that's not true. It may be true for many dancers. Yes, I know of dancers who really struggle right now and they don't know yet how they're gonna pay their rent next month. And even more, like for that reason, dancers should take advantage of these new ways of teaching. In fact, that's what makes me so passionate about this, because finally people have opened up to the fact that they can teach their classes online and students are learning from their teachers online. And now we have this opportunity, but we're not using it to our advantage. It's just mind-blowing to me why dancers are afraid of charging anything for their online classes, whereas you can see that people love it and people are actually joining the challenges and putting the choreographies out there. And that's why it makes it actually harder for the dancers who struggle right now, like in the third world countries, for example. I know of dancers who struggle to even pay their rent next month. So it makes it actually more difficult for dancers. I know that the heart behind all of this is to be supportive towards dancers and towards the community and the dance industry, but I just want to challenge you to think again, because this is the thing. I've been around for quite a long time now as a dancer, okay? I've been dancing for the past 20 years or more, and I've been around in the early 2000s. We didn't have any of the online stuff yet, okay? This was before Facebook, this was before Instagram, this was before social media, and dancers, they would just know what they saw on, you know, TV and the internet, and YouTube was like in the baby shoes, and famous dancers who were known for dancing for celebrities and all that. Those were the dancers who were very influential in the industry and in the dance scene, and those were the dancers who were traveling and they were getting booked in different countries to teach workshops. And for us dancers back then, that was like the peak of a dance career. And in order to get that fame, dancers would just offer their skills, their talents, their work for very little amount of money, or even work for free, just to get the exposure, just to get the portfolio. And that's like, we've set our foundations back then, and don't you think for a second that it doesn't matter what you do or what your decisions are as a dancer, because your decision as a dancer matters, and it impacts the whole dance industry and entertainment industry. Okay, the standards that you set for yourself is gonna lead the standards for the next generation to come. So what I want to try to get across is that we are now in a time where we have the chance and opportunity to turn around the wheel for our benefit as dancers, where we can finally create opportunities and standards and levels of service that can generate a better income for us. Okay, that's my point. But if we continue to charge so little for our service, or even teach for free online, how is that ever going to change our situation? If we keep doing what we used to do, then nothing's ever going to change. Even if you think that you're doing something as an act of solidarity, you're actually not helping your peers, especially those who try to continue to serve their students and clients through teaching their classes online for a fee. Point number 3, don't sleep, but plan ahead. It's so important that now that you don't like lay in bed and watch TV and Netflix because you don't have to go to work and can't go out anyway. Don't sleep. Be aware that this is the time for you to readjust, to look around, see what's going on, anticipate all the things that will happen in the future and how you can adjust your ways once all of this is over and we continue with our normal life. Even before this crisis hit, I was talking to my clients about creating online classes and creating an online library, all these things like extra services, extra resources for your clients, for your students, for your followers, for your audience, like different ways of just making money for you as a dancer, is not having to depend on just teaching your regular classes on an hourly basis, but to be more business-minded when it comes to earning and creating sustainable income for yourself. So now today I am making a very special offer for you. You have the opportunity to work with me in creating and selling your own online dance courses within the next month. How does this sound to you? Please let me know in the comments if you've been wanting to create your own online dance course, but you just didn't know where to start, or you just felt overwhelmed. There's just too many information out there, and you just don't have time for the trial and error, and you don't have to because you've got me. I've done all that for you. I know what works and what doesn't, and if you want to work with me this coming month, then let me know. You can sign up. I'm going to provide the link, and if you sign up today, you will get access to my course, How to Live Stream Online Dance Classes and Get Paid. Okay, I call this my survival bundle for dancers, and it's for a limited time only, so make sure to sign up today. Also check out my free resource. I wrote an ebook called A Dancer's Guide to More Income. There I give you step-by-step things that you can apply in order to see your income grow. And I hope it will inspire you, and if this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified each time I release a new video. Every week I release a new video giving you wealth building tips for dancers. So stay healthy, and I'll see you in my next video.